our penultimate state. Hey gang, I'm your host Brian Rollins, and this is episode 211 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. We're getting ready to wrap things up with Kansas trivia. Next week we've got one more state, then it's off to the season finale. If you're new, welcome to the show. Every week I give you a brand new episode with 30 trivia questions on a given topic. This season it's been all 50 states. If you need a transcript of the show or want to find out more, visit dorkygeekynerdy.com for all of that. Sound good? Okay, then let's get this show on the road. The Dorky Round. Number 1. What radio and TV series set in Kansas ran from 1952 to 1975? Gunsmoke, or Gun Law to our UK listeners. Number 2. Clark Kent's adopted home is what fictional Kansas town? Smallville. Number 3. Before heading to Tombstone, Wyatt Earp won renown as a lawman in what Kansas town? Dodge City. Number 4. Julia Roberts portrayed what lawyer and activist in a 2000 movie? Aaron Brockovich from Lawrence, Kansas. Number 5. Born in Kansas, who has been the host of the reality TV show Survivor since 2000? Jeff Probst. Number 6. What state borders Kansas to the south? Oklahoma. Number 7. What aviator was born in Atchison, Kansas in 1897 and was presumed dead in the Pacific in 1937? Amelia Earhart. Number 8. What's larger, Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri? Kansas City, Missouri. It's about 3 times bigger. Number 9. What 1939 film starring Judy Garland begins and ends in Kansas? Wizard of Oz. Number 10. What state borders Kansas to the west? Colorado. The Geeky Round. Number 1. Born in Manhattan, Kansas, Cassandra Peterson is better known as what horror hostess? Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Number 2. What classic cowboy song is the official state song of Kansas? Home on the Range. Number 3. What actress joined Cheers in 1987 and then became the lead in Veronica's Closet? Kirstie Alley. Number 4. What actress, from Kansas, was nominated for Best Actress for her roles in American Beauty, Being Julia, and The Kids Are All Right? Annette Bening. Number 5. Pop quiz hotshot. What actor from Dodge City made his directorial debut with Easy Rider in 1969? Dennis Hopper. Number 6. By population, what is the largest city in Kansas? Wichita. Number 7. First opened in Kansas in 1958, what restaurant chain's buildings had distinctive roofs for much of the company's history? Pizza Hut. Number 8. Clint Eastwood starred in and directed what 1992 Western set in Hodgeman County, Kansas? Unforgiven. Number 9. Founded in Kansas in 1921, what burger joint was the object of a 2004 comedy starring John Cho and Cal Penn? White Castle. Number 10. Born in Wichita, who was the first African American to win an Academy Award? Hattie McDaniel for her role in Gone with the Wind. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. What river forms the northeast border of Kansas? The Missouri River. Number 2. What senator from Russell, Kansas, lost the use of his right hand in Italy during World War II? Bob Dole. Number 3. What Kansas town is home to 3 different federally run prisons? Leavenworth. It's home to the United States Penitentiary as well as 2 military prisons. Number 4. What flower will you find on the Kansas state flag? A sunflower. Number 5. In the famous Brown versus Board of Education case that outlawed segregation, which Board of Education was involved? Topeka's Board of Education. They refused to enroll a black student. Number 6. What singer from Kansas won Grammys for the songs Ain't It Heavy and Come to My Window? Melissa Etheridge. Number 7. What is the capital of Kansas? Topeka. Number 8. Bleeding Kansas was a series of violent civil confrontations over what issue? Slavery. Number 9. Set in a fictional Kansas City, what 2006 drama was set after the U.S. was attacked by nuclear weapons? Jericho. Number 10. What actress from Cherryville, Kansas, starred as Ethel Mertz on I Love Lucy? Vivian Vance. And that's it for the Plains of Kansas. Need some more trivia? I mentioned Bleeding Kansas in the last round. Between 1854 and 1859, pro-slavery border ruffians fought against anti-slavery free staters to determine whether or not slavery would be allowed in Kansas. In 1861, Kansas was admitted as a free state with no slavery allowed. Kansas is the 34th state to be admitted to the Union. In population, it ranks 36th in the U.S. In land, it ranks 15th. The famous Santa Fe Railroad was originally called the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad, as it connected those three towns before expanding. Okay, Kansas listeners, did I miss anything from your state? Let me know on social media. I love hearing from you. I'll be back again next week with another episode. Here's a clue. What state has the highest population density? Bonus clue, what state haven't we covered in Season 4? That's right, we've got our final state for the season. I hope you've enjoyed it thus far. See you back here next Wednesday. This has been episode 211 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. The music has been provided by Jason Shaw at audionautics.com. This podcast was written, produced, and hosted by me, Brian Rollins. Come find me at thevoicesinmyhead.com. Thanks for listening. Tis the season to be podcasting. Stay inside with a warm beverage and a hot microphone. If you're interested, Spotify can help you out. They've got a platform that lets you make one, distribute it, and earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So you've already got the equipment necessary to start recording today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are an excellent way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Best of all, it's completely free. I switched Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy over to Spotify for Podcasters, and I haven't regretted it. The analytics are fantastic, and the new tools for hosting and updating the feed are way more than I could do self-hosting. Now, it's your turn. Head to podcasters.spotify.com and read all about it. Then let me know what you're podcasting all about. The best kept secrets in 2041 America are the deadliest ones. A mysterious scarlet-haired jazz singer, a rebel on a motorcycle, and a killer with a penchant for torture. Food is scarce, good jobs the rarity, and Big Brother is watching everyone. Will Jack and Tom's family be torn apart in the mayhem? And how far will one brother go to save the other's life? In 2041, America is rife with ghettos and armed checkpoints, and poverty runs rampant. A bloody civil war is brewing, and everyone will be forced to take a side. Education is the only way out of a life where you're never sure where your next meal will come from, or what you'll have to do to get it. Tom aced his assessment tests and scored an education contract, giving him a way out of poverty. Jack isn't so lucky. Tom must break every rule he's lived by and go head-to-head with a psychopath if he's to have any chance of saving his brother, and just maybe keep America from reaching the fracture point. Fracture Point by Jeff Altabef is book 1 in the Point Thrillers series. Audiobook available now on Audible and iTunes.